Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony C. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and SCPBetting.com. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports, SCPBetting.com. Let's take a look at who's on the show for us today. All right, with us, Alex Smart with us. Jay Briggs for that new backdrop. Got Damien Sosh, Tony Brown in Vegas. And we got Al Ninos and Rod Zawacki. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Smart, Sosh, Brown, Ninos, Briggs, Zawacki, and then I will close this one out. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one underway. Got a few NBA, lots of college hoops, NHL on the card for tonight. So let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You'll find more about Pick Dogs Premium, where he's been on absolute fire in college basketball this season. Let's bring him in right now. Coming off a winner on the show last time out. Let's bring him in right now. Alex, what's happening?
Good. How you doing, Tony? How's life treating you?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go tonight. We're on ESPNU ACC basketball. It's been a rough one for Louisville. They're going to be at home facing Syracuse. Syracuse laying 9, total 137.
Wow. I think they're even having problems with mid-major teams this year. So I'm looking at Syracuse, and Syracuse really has an opportunity to move forward here in a big way and move forward to a 3-1 in conference play. And they took down Boston College last time. Boston College is not a great team this year. The program's sort of like, I wouldn't say rebuilding, but retooling. And they're going to take some time too. But Louisville, I don't know, retooling, rebuilding. I don't know what we could say about them. It's really a shame. This great program, this very respected program, has really gone into the crapper. When they played outside of conference basketball recently, Kentucky blasted them by 23. So I'm looking at this line and I'm saying, okay, well, Syracuse maybe not as proficient as Kentucky, but it's not so much about Syracuse. It's really more about how bad the Cardinals are. And we all know, anybody who just watches a little bit of college basketball knows that they're not playing very well. And this is really a bad matchup for them. There is one saving grace that the Cardinals have, and they've been getting to the charity stripe quite a bit this season. But you know what? Syracuse is a very disciplined team, one of the better teams in the country at allowing people to take free throws. So that's a situation that sort of sort of knocks out the concept that the Cardinals might be able to get to the charity stripe a lot tonight, maybe, stay within the numbers somehow. I don't know how it's going to get done, but I just look at this line and, people always want to say things like trap line. Well, teams do have bad games, but this is definitely not a trap line. And Syracuse could have a down effort. I don't know. But looking at the number's viable, and we're going to lay the points with Syracuse tonight. all
right, Alex says go ahead and lay the points with Syracuse. When you look at, you mentioned earlier, when you face Louisville against major conference schools have been no closer than 12 points to anybody. They've been competitive against the mid-majors, but you go up against a conference school, their closest margin of loss was 12 points on the road to NC State.
Yeah, and it's just not going to get it done. Something's got to be done with this team. I've heard a lot of prognosticators talk about Louisville this year, and we know what the basic problems are here. The talent level is just not where it was. A lot of people don't want to go to the school anymore or don't want to join that program. But I think that will change over a period of time. Storied history. So, I'm crapping all over Louisville tonight, but that's not the point. The point is for us to make some money, and we're going to take Syracuse to cash flows.
Yeah, when you click the button and look at the conference numbers, they're much worse than the overall. The free throw shooting goes down to about 66%. And the 2-point shooting just 40%. And the turnovers, horrible. Worse.
Yeah, horrible. Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. Yeah. Let's see what they do tonight. But like I said, you got to take what you got to take. You worry about it being a bad line or a bad game. Not so much a bad line. A bad outing by the Orange. They have
Louisville in no closer than 12 points in any of their big conference games. Even Cincinnati, an AAC school, they lose by 19. And it's just been ugly. And even again, coming off a home loss to Lipscomb by 8, in recent games. So it's been ugly bad there for us on Louisville. Syracuse late 9 here against Louisville. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern Time. ESPNU will televise. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. As we said, great work here in college hoops. 1,622 units of profit, showing a profitable year so far. 330 units over the last 30 days. Of course, showing profit as well in the NHL and college football. Alex is going to finish with a great college football season this year with 1 game. Well, actually 2 if you bet the FCS. Almost 1,700 units of profit year to date in college football. And of course, college basketball, 1,622. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we've got some NBA action tonight. I picked on 1 game. I like 1 total tonight from the NBA. And I've got 3 Power 5 games lined up tonight, and 2 from the SEC and 1 from the Big Ten. And that's it. That's it for tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow, see what we can finagle out of the books, what kind of crap lines they're going to give us and what we can take advantage.
There you go. Take advantage of the lines there. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs. From his featured play tonight is a CBB 3-pack, 2 sides, 1 total on this card here tonight. He lists the games here: Ole Miss, Alabama, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Mississippi State, Tennessee. So he's involved here in conference play. The games tip off 7 Eastern Time. They begin at least, so get on board before the top of the hour with this 3-pack. A credit guarantee, meaning must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in action here with NBA. Of course, instead of buying these plays individually, why not go ahead and get on board with Alex for a 1-month all sports pass. Get all of Alex's premium plays for a month. All college hoops, NBA, college football championship game, as well as NFL Week 18 and the postseason. This will take you down to the championship games, the NFC AFC championship, all the way through there with that 1-month pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also pair Alex with another capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, it's always great having you on the show. Keep up our great work. We'll talk with you in a couple days.
Take care, Tony. Have a great day.
You too as well. Alex Smart here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on with the show. It's now time to welcome in Damian Sosh. You'll find him over at Pick Dodge Premium. Damian Sosh has been doing good work here as we head into the new year. So let's go ahead and bring in Damian right now. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Damian, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How's it going?
Going great. All right, we're going to the NBA tonight. As you're avoiding that Notre Dame-Boston college game, but we'll go to the NBA here as the Thunder here hosts the Celtics. As expected, Celtics favored 8.5 here, total 233.
Yeah, taking a look here at the NBA, Celtics and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, the Celtics, they won 4 in a row prior to the last game out. They lost at Denver. Nothing, no shame in losing at Denver, but they gave up 123 points in that loss to the Nuggets. Now, the Celtics, very good shooting team. It makes sense since they average more points than anybody in the league. They average almost 119 a game. Now, in that game against Denver, they shot just 9 for 33 from three-point land. Thunder, meanwhile, they're coming into this game. They've lost 2 in a row. Their most recent loss was to the Sixers on New Year's Eve. They were kind of out of that game right away. They were down big. They were never able to make much of a game out of that one. They ended up scoring just 96 points in that game. But I do like both offenses to get it going here in this one. Boston's too good of a shooting team. Don't expect them to shoot 9 for 33 or something like that again in this game. The Thunder, they allow nearly 117 points per game to their opponents. That ranks 25th in the league. Tatum and Brown, in my opinion, the best duo in the NBA. Tatum averaging nearly 31. Brown, just over 27 points per game. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Oklahoma City, he averages just behind Jason Tatum there, almost 31 points per game for him as well. So they've got guys that are capable of lighting it up on their lineup. Thunder like to play fast. They rank 5th in the NBA in pace. And prior to the Sixers game, where they scored just 96 points, the Thunder had scored 100 points or more in their last 26 games. So both teams are well rested. I just see this one as fast paced, and I like the over the total. And just to add on, these guys played in mid-November. They totaled 248 points. Celtics won that game 126-122. And I think we're going to see another high scoring game here tonight.
All right, we got Damon here on record here. Go over the total here, 233 in this one. Do your shopping. There's actually a lot of numbers, 232.5, 233.5. Do your shopping. Get the best number here in this one. Yeah, Celtics are not, 108 points per 100 possessions over their past 7 on the road, scoring and giving up. So the defense dropping off a little bit here on the road here for the Boston Celtics. Remember, they had that rough skid there coming towards the later end of that West Coast trip for the Celtics here. Of course, you got to get obviously the offensive production here from the Thunder to get this one over as well.
Yeah, I think so. And also the Celtics, it's looking like they're going to be without Robert Williams in this game. And he's pretty much of a, Celtics don't look for him much offensively, but he's a guy that's certainly a rim protector. Without him in there, the Celtics really don't, in my opinion, they don't really have a rim protector. You don't really think of Al Horford as a guy that's going to, he gets his blocks, but he's not an intimidating factor on that end. So can make life a little bit easier here for Oklahoma City. They tend to give the Celtics trouble. I know they seem to cover there, so I'm expecting them to get their points. Like I mentioned, they scored 122, 124 points in their first meeting, so they are capable of scoring the points, and I think we see it. I think we see it tonight.
All right, Damien, your Celtics Thunder over 233. This one to have a start time 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Damien, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Put up great results over the last 30 days, 587 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dodge Print. You can verify that by going to Damien's Handicapper page. It will close out a really good college football season, showing positive results here in the NBA. A few on the board NBA, a big college card on the ice as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, tonight I have 3 college basketball plays. I have them all for sale individually, or you can get them all here in my College Hoops 3-pack. You can get all 3 for one low price there, and I also have a $15 play on the board. So, once that one cashes in, look to cash in on a long-term plan. Had a really good college bowl run. Looked sad to see that come to an end. College football, 16-6 in college bowls. So a long-term package will get you that national championship game, guys. So look to lock into one of those long-term packages, and we'll cash in on that game big time.
That's right. Get on board here with Damien Sash over at Pick Dogs. Premium, good results, 587 units of profit over the last 30 days. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, showing profit last 7 days yesterday, as well for the year. Featured play here is a College Hoops 3-pack on the board right now for Damien. That is $40. Affordable pricing here. Credit guarantee, must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. Also is $15 premium pick comes here from college basketball. That's on the board right now, as well as a lot of individual plays. Good pass right now here on a Tuesday. He's at 7-day all sports pass. You get all of Damien's premium plays here for 7 days. That would include all of his college basketball, NBA for 7 days, NHL, of course, the NCAA championship, the college football championship game is Monday, so that falls into that 7-day all sports pass. And Damien with a fantastic college football season, showing profit, 758 units of profit there, as well as all the NFL here. The NFL for Saturday and Sunday is covered. When you get that 7-day all sports pass, you can use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Damien, as always, great having the show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Thanks, Tony. Have a great night.
You got it. Damien Sash here on the drive to. We'll continue here, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a recap at the end of the show. Shout out here in the chat room, Ron Elston. Thanks for those great for your great words up there to the Cappers. Do a great job here on the show. And Ray Johnson here, Kansas and Texas Tech. He asked about that one. If you check the morning show, I think Mitch liked that one. It's hard to get in front of that home streak here for Texas Tech, where they won 28 straight at home. I don't know if Kansas is built this year to break that one. If they couldn't break it last year with that championship team, I don't know if they're going to break it here this year. So I would look at the home dog there in that one. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. I think we're ready to set here with Tony Brown. Going out to Las Vegas, Nevada, and welcome in Tony Brown. You find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He does great work up there. We hope he's having some issues again with the voice issues here from Tony Brown, but we'll bring him in, get his word from Tony. Tony, how's it going?
I'm all right. How you doing, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go to the ice tonight. Featured play here as the Rangers host the Hurricanes. Carolina, boy, this is a team that's been on absolute fire. Road favorites at MSG, minus 125. Low total here because we don't see sixes anymore now. It's down to 5.5 in this one.
Yeah, I mean, they're road favorites for a reason. Like you said, they're on absolute fire. They've won 11 straight games. And in those 11 games, in the last 10, they got 3 shutouts. You know what I mean? They're putting up 4 and 5 goals when they want to. Like, they're playing good on both sides. There's nothing you can say about them except, you know what I mean? You got to ride that hot streak while you can. Except the chink in their armor has actually been this building. They don't play well in New York. In the last 25 games against the Rangers, they've only won 4 times here. They're 4-21 in 25 games in New York. So I'm not all good things got to come to an end. I'm not going to bet against the team on an 11-game win streak, but I'm not going to bet with a team that only has 4 wins and 25 tries. So I stayed away from the game and looked at the total. With that being said, I don't think New York's getting an easy win against Carolina. They got 3 shutouts recently, so I don't see them putting up a lot of goals. And then I don't know if Carolina's gonna win this game. This might be where the streak comes to an end. So I see a real gritty, tough game. Maybe an overtime 2-2, and we get it right at 5. Maybe a 3-2, something like that. But I don't see 6 goals to beat us. And I'm gonna take my shot at the under in this one.
All right, we got Tony Brown here going Hurricanes Rangers under 5.5 in this one. Yeah, it's hard to say, hard to go against it. And one thing to note here with this Carolina team, the East is a difficult conference, and their division is tough. They're 9-1-1 in division play for Carolina. It's amazing.
Yeah, like I said, this if they weren't playing in New York, I would have took this one. You see on the excuse me. You see all of our plays are transparent and stuff. I've been riding this Carolina streak for as long as it's been going. I like what they're doing, but 4-25, that just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe they just don't like the hotel they stay in. I don't know why, but 4-25, that's a real bad number. They have a problem winning out there.
Yep, they certainly do. It's been quite a run here by this Hurricanes team, and many people think they're the team to beat this year in the NHL, going all the way.
Too early, way too early.
Too early?
Yeah. I mean, it's a great streak. It's a real great streak, but we just got into January. I mean, football's still playing. It's too early to call them. No, I don't want to crown them just yet.
Yeah, because remember they played in the playoffs last year, right? Rangers got to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from them, but just like, that's like a good team going on a good basketball winning streak. You're like, oh, there's your champs. Like, no way. The Lightning went to 3 straight championships in a row. You don't just count them out ever.
Yep, not ready to not ready to knock them out. All right, Hurricane Rangers under 5.5. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown. Let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, Tony Brown showing great results in the NHL here. Great work here from Tony Brown. 660 units of profit here in the NHL. Big NHL board tonight. Few from the NBA. College basketball, we got some conference action in full swing here as well, including Mountain West in action out there in Vegas land. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I'm just sticking with the pros tonight. NBA, NHL. I got my leather and ice package up there. You can get all 3 of my NBA picks plus all 3 of my NHL picks on one package, one low price. Or you can get them individually, or you can get them in 3 packs with just the NHL or the NBA. So if you want to make a lot of money or a little money, it's up to you.
That's right. Get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. Great results, NHL, 667 units of profit, showing great profit yesterday and for the year. As Tony Brown mentioned here, he's got his Leather and Ice Super 6-pack. Get your 6-pack right now from Tony Brown on ice as well as in the NBA there. So get on board. Of course, also a 3-pack from the NBA. Puts a lot of these plays individually as well. You can go longer term with Tony Brown. He has a 3, 7, or 30 sports pass where you can get all his premium plays for that period of time you select when you go to his Handicapper page and make that purchase. Of course, Tony Brown in Vegas, you're in this every single day. Of course, whether it's on the ice, it's on the diamond, it's on the hardwood, on the gridiron, you've got it all covered there. Tony Brown, that 1-year all sports pass, great value.
Right, full service over here, 365 days of play, and it only makes sense. Like I said, last week we had an NHL, NBA, college football, college basketball. Every play that was on the board, we played it, we cashed, we turned a profit, and you get a full VIP year. You don't play per pay or per sport. You'll get the package now, and you don't pay again until next January 2024. That's every play I release, every sport, playoff, championships, no upselling. If you're serious about making money, it's the only way to go.
That's right. Only way to go with that 1-year all sports pass. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having your show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Awesome. I appreciate you having me, and I'll see you guys Thursday.
You got it. Tony Brown here on The Drive Thru. We'll continue our coverage, guys. If you miss any pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on The Drive Thru. Up next, we have El Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. There's great work up there. Catch him on the weekend shows as well. 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch and company. We'll bring in El Ninos right now. El, what's happening?
Oh, pretty good. How you doing, Tom?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 8 Eastern Time. We have Jets here hosting the Flames. The Jets here, the Flames now, road favorites here, and then total sits here 5.5.
Yeah, this line opened a lot closer to even, but a lot of money coming in on Calgary here, and well, the Jets are dealing with a few injuries. One of the best players is sitting out here. Blake Wheeler's going to miss this one. He's been out a few games now, or a while now, and so Calgary is the healthier team. And I know Mitch loves to fade them on the show. They've picked up their play, however, a little bit lately. They've got a couple wins strung together coming into this game, and so do the Jets too. But and again, both teams are still loaded with talent. Don't get me wrong here. The Jets still have a lot of great players on the ice. And as bad as the Flames have been, they still got some talent on that roster as well. But the big difference in this matchup, I think, will be the home ice advantage, where the Jets have been great. They're 13-6 on the season at home, while the Flames just 7-6-5 on the road. So not traveling too well are these Flames, and I think again that's what makes the difference here. So I'm taking the Jets on the money line. Maybe wait till closer to the puck drop to get some better value if this line keeps moving. But I still like the Jets.
All right, Elinos likes the Jets. You said 7-6-5, right? Well, they don't win their shootouts, right? Because it's 7-11 when it's winning and losses. So you got that on your side too, right? They can't win overtime or in the shootouts on the road.
Yeah, which I mean, again, it's just two places where two things. I mean, you'd much rather play those spots, and especially the overtimes at home. You know, I mean, just that much added to the home ice advantage, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He threw that number up there, and you see the 7-11 win loss. Some when you lose in overtime, you lose in a shootout. That's tracked there as an L. So that's some pretty bad performance there here by the Flames. The coach there for the Flames was once a coach for the Kings, and Kings always had trouble winning those shootouts as well. So it's out there, Alinos.
Yeah, I don't know last time the Kings had this much talent, but it's been a while. But yeah, it's been a very disappointing season for these Flames. But again, just way more disappointing on the road.
All right, we got El Ninos here. Jets plus 120 here against the Flames. This one to start here at 8 Eastern time. All right, El Ninos. Let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Of course, we got a big NHL board up there, showing Providence NHL, NBA a few. College basketball, lots of games up there. Some pretty good conference. SEC in action. We got some ACC in action. The Mountain West will give you even a late night Mountain West game tonight, featuring a team that's been hot out there with a little Patino's New Mexico team in action. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I do have college basketball back in action. I got a 3-pack in the NBA, my best bet in the NHL, and 2 plays in the NHL. So couldn't quite get a 3-pack going there, but this one could be close to making that 3-pack, I guess. But I do have 2 other plays up there for sale in the NHL, and yeah, so I was mentioning the best way to go is those long-term passes. Get all the plays that way. You don't have to worry about which package to get or worry about buying a package every day. So again, whatever you're looking for, you got the season passes and the long-term passes, which cover every sport. So everything you're looking for up there.
That's right. So again, aboard with El Ninos over at Pick Dodge Premium. So results here in NHL. Also in action tonight with a 3-pack from the NBA is triple team up there. A 3-pack, affordably priced on the site, credit guarantee, as well as an NHL power play with individual plays here from the NHL. Again, we talked about the longer term pass will serve you well. You can go with L's. Here we are on a Tuesday. You get that 7-day L Sports Pass. Get all of El Ninos' premium plays for 7 days. All his hockey, college hoops, NBA, NFL. Remember, NFL here on Saturday and Sunday, as well as the championship college football championship game is on Monday. So that is part of the 7-day L Sports Pass. So get on board and use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Al Ninos, as always, great having your show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, I'll see you then, time.
You got it, El Ninos here on the drive. So you guys, if you missed any pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the show. It's time to welcome in Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Prim. Also catch his NBA show, NBA's Jam Session, every day here on the channel. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on tonight, Tony?
Going great. We can hear you great. Coming in great. Got that new backdrop. Like it. We're going tonight NBA here. One of the 3 on the board features the Bucks here hosting the Wizards. Milwaukee laying 8, total 230.
Yes, sir. Tonight, Tony, man, I'm taking the Bucks. I'm not going to overcomplicate this one. I know the Washington Wizards have been playing better basketball here recently, but Milwaukee is still 13-6 against the spread on their home floor, Tony, and I think they could kind of just use this one as a bounce back and get right spot here tonight on their home floor. Giannis looks like he's a go for tonight. So does Drew Holiday. Last time I checked, I'll double check that again. But it looks like last time I checked, they both were going to go, man. And I like them to beat up on the Wizards here in this one. The Wizards, I think, have just been playing a little bit above their means. And I think the Bucks go ahead and take this one here tonight on their home floor.
All right, Jay says take the Bucks here, lay the 8. Players getting healthier here for the Milwaukee Bucks, and that is the case here. As Drew Holiday and Giannis will be in the lineup off the injury report. Still on the injury report here is Hill and Middleton. The one question mark here is Bradley Beal, who still shows that questionable status up at this hour. Of course, this game will begin here at 8 Eastern time. But he did one thing to note with Beal. Here's the news on Beal. He has a hamstring issue. He did participate in the shoot-around, but head coach Wes Unseld said the superstars' availability won't be determined until closer to game time. So he's missed 3 straight games with a hamstring injury. They still won. they've been covering at least.
They've been winning.
Yeah, they've been winning without him. So some of these guys figure, hey, he's out of the lineup. It's our turn to shine. But anyway, we're still up in the air. You're gonna have to check the warm-ups to see if he's ready to roll or not. Whether he comes in street clothes or he just keeps his sweats on and takes a few shots. But the hamstring is up there as the issue there. I have people tell me hamstring injuries are preventable if you stretch. And that's we'll see. I don't want to get involved in that controversy. Anyway, the Bucks here laying 8 here against the Wizards. So you're pretty confident in that position, whether or not Beal plays or not, right?
Yeah, whether or not I'm on the Bucks. I just think that we saw the Wizards beat up on this Bucks team the other night without Giannis, without Antetokounmpo. The Bucks have lost 4 of their last 5. I just think that healthy, they kind of kick it into gear tonight. We can see them return the favor in this one in pretty much the same dominant fashion the Wizards just did them the other night.
All right, we got our NBA guy here, Jay. As I was looking at the injury report, I will note here, Gallinari Williams is now out, but there's a big injury tonight that just comes up here that hits us smack in the face here. No, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out for OKC.
Yeah. Oh, they just listed Shai out for OKC?
He's out, yep.
That's a huge loss. That's a huge loss. And now
illness.
Their whole motor.
The non-COVID illness is striking, I guess.
Man,
we'll see what
that's going to shake up that line.
Yeah, it's now up to 11.5 now on that Celtics favor 11. Now with the late news coming here with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out here with the illness. I guess he comes in before game time and maybe cough, sneeze, got the sniffles, who knows what. But somehow they figured out it wasn't COVID, but he's out of this one. So that's going to make an impact in this game as the line has now moved up to 11 points there. And we're still waiting word here on Witter and Malik Monk. Monk has been a player, Jay, that has been a contributor there for the Sacramento Kings off the bench. He was involved in a big scoring, beating Caldwell Pope in a recent game there for a win.
Yeah, Sacramento and the Jazz are 2 of my favorite teams that I've put money on this season. They've both been kind of struggling here recently. We're in for a good one here tonight. Both of them, Sacramento actually is a better road team than I think a lot of people give them credit for. They're the 3rd best road team this season at 10-7 against the spread. Actually, they're tied with Oklahoma for the 2nd best road team on the road at 10-7 against the spread.
Yeah,
so that should be an interesting one.
I wanted to mention to you this about this Washington game. I failed to mention to you, and I noticed it because I look at the box scores every day, and this is why I do, because we've seen this person on the injury report so much. He comes out of the injury report. We're seeing really big games off the bench from him, and that's Hachimura for Washington.
Yeah, he's a guy that they were really high on. He's kind of, like you said, he's always injured, so it's kind of hard for him to catch a rhythm with the roster chemistry as well. But I think he can probably score some points tonight. But even if he does, I don't think it's going to be enough to stop this freight train that's going to come through tonight in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Hachimura, since he's come back, that's the big difference I've seen there with Washington. His contributions, a lot of 20-point games up there off the bench, and he's someone who's kind of under everyone's radar because not a whole lot of fanfare. It's the Wizards. He's been out a lot, but I've just noticed him coming back, contributing there off the bench, and of course the Wizards hitting point spread success here with him.
Yeah, and I was going to say, and Porzingis has been playing really well right now as well. He won Player of the Week last week. Which my favorite team is the Mavericks, so it was kind of unfortunate that Porzingis and Luka couldn't work together. But I'm happy to see Porzingis at least playing better now over there in Washington.
Yeah, so there's your updates here. We got Jay here on the Bucks, lay 8 against the Wizards. This one have a start time of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. We got good units in the NBA tonight, as well as we've got on the board a few from the NBA. Lots of college hoops tonight up on the board. Some major conference, SEC, ACC, Mountain West in action tonight. Some action as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. I got a lot of action up there tonight. I got just one NBA play for sale tonight. My $15 NBA Jam Session play. We've hit 3 in a row on that. We go for 4 in a row tonight. So scoop that up, $15. I also have a best bet in the in college hoops tonight. I find my college hoops best bet, and I have a best bet on the ice tonight. Got some action on the ice tonight, so you can catch all 3 of those plays individually, or I have them in a 3-pack, my multi-sport 3-pack. You can grab those, all 3 of my best bets over at Pick Dogs Premium, $45. So scoop that up, and I have a play in there for my long-term subscribers as well. So you can catch all that Pick Dogs Premium, and let's continue stacking units here to begin the year.
Let's keep stacking those units up. Get on board with the Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Good results here. Last 30 days, 289 units of profit as well. Jay in here with his NBA Jam Session, his best bet here from the NBA, looking to hit 3 in a row. So get on board with that. $15 credit guarantee, of course, guaranteed to win, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in with the college hoops best bet on this pretty big NBA card. Hey, he's in action. NHL money on ice. We got the Stars out my way tonight against the Kings. We'll see if that is the game, but we'll see we'll have to check on the, unless you buy the pick, you'll know. We'll find out what that play is. But again, NHL money on ice from Jay. He will dangle in the NHL. So now there's, without the college football bulls, we can start putting our attention to a lot of the sports here. So get on board here with Jay. Of course, the longer term pass is the way to roll. Matter of fact, he does have a 3-pack up there. Jay's multi-sport money maker. He puts an NBA, he puts a college hoops, he puts his NHL money on ice play right there on the board right now with the 3-pack. So get on board. Of course, the longer term passes will serve you. You want to check out Jay here for 7 days, you can do that. Get on board with Jay Briggs at Pick Dogs Premium. 7 days of plays, all his NBA. Of course, this will include college hoops, the NFL here on Saturday and Sunday. The college football championship game, TCU. TCU, where are they from? Out his way. Going to be facing Georgia with that big line on them. They got a big dog again. They got to carry that big dog number with them again. So get on board there. He's got also action on hockey as well. If he sees something he likes in hockey, he'll put a premium in there as well. So get on board with Jay. Use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Keep the great work. We'll check you out here on the NBA Jam Session. I know you, Big Al, and Mitch usually on Wednesdays get together here. Should be interesting here doing that NFL Week 18 with a lot of teams out of it and still a lot to play for many of these teams.
Yeah, it should be an interesting show tomorrow with me, Big Al, and Mitch. Go through the Week 18 card. I got to do some studying here tonight. Like you said, last week of the season, usually some teams need it, some teams don't. Some teams playing for things, some teams just trying to stay healthy, getting ready for the playoffs. So it's a lot of interesting ways to look at the NFL this week. So check us out tomorrow. We'll all 3 have different ways of looking at it, and it should be a good one.
That's right. And, of course, you've got the Cowboys looking to pass the Eagles. We'll see the Eagles face the Giants. And, again, the Giants don't lay down with nothing to play for. We've seen them do that many times, and we'll see how that plays out here. A little bit of drama in the NFC East. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll talk again with you again. We'll have you here Thursday.
Yes, sir. See y'all on Thursday.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next is Rod Zawacki. You find him over at Pick Dogs from. Catch him on the morning show. He's joined with Mitch and with Chris. And, of course, Chris off today. We want to go back and watch the replay. It was just Rod and Mitch. If you want to check that out, check out the replay. Rod and Mitch tonight, this morning, I should say, on the morning show. Let's bring him in right now. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, not too much. Enjoying the Tuesday. It was a nice sunny day, so I went for a nice little walk and to the dogs. We bounded up and down the snow hills out here and enjoyed the day and definitely got some work done on the coming week of sports action ahead. Diving in and doing some homework, doing some research. Excited for the week coming ahead.
Yeah, we don't have bowl games look in the afternoon, but we got the juniors. They hit the medal rounds.
They did, yeah. They hit the medal rounds, and Bedard is playing lights out. He's taking this Team Canada on his shoulder, and how can I not back him? it's amazing to see. He's looking Connor McDavid like with that goal that got him past the Slovakia in the last round, and wow. All I can say, thinking 4 guys, definitely looking McDavid like. It's crazy, and that could end up with the Montreal Canadiens, the way they in the way the trades went via the Florida Panthers, because Florida Panthers could do a nosedive right off the edge of the cliff here, the way they're playing.
Yeah, daytime action, NHL Network. They've got the coverage here of the juniors, and of course we're in the medal round now, so knockout stages here. So interesting to see Canada and U.S. on a collision course, right?
Yeah, don't they always though? Definitely on a collision course. That's probably what we're going to see again, Canada versus the U.S. And I know I was a little bit hard on my Team Canada, but they've definitely pulled it together. And when the Bedard shows come to town, and he needs a little bit of support. He can't do it all himself. Coming on next year in the semis, he definitely help on his side. But it's Team Canada. I got to go for Team Canada.
There you go.
I'll put a little bit of money on Team Canada to win gold.
There you go. He got it from Rod. He said he would have a pick when we got to the medal rounds, and here we go with Rod Zawacki on the junior championships going on right now. You can catch the coverage on NHL Network during the afternoon before the pros hit the ice. Tonight we go to the ice here with the Capitals hosting the Sabres. Capitals $1.65, total 6.5.
Yeah, look at this one. This Buffalo team, upstart, fast, gritty. They beat some pretty good teams. They beat the Avs. They beat all these teams in their last 10 games on a nice 7-2-1 run. You look at this Washington Capitals team, and hey, they've been on a nice run over the last 10 games as well, 8-1-1. We know Ovi beat the record past Gordy in that those last 10 games. The last time out, he scored a hat trick against Montreal. This Washington team's been rolling right along. Ever since Kemper's come back, he's been playing lights out in goal, too, for this Washington Capitals team. 2-0-1. With a 941 save percentage over those 3 games since he's come back. Also, you look at the other side, Yuko Lukonen has been in goal for Buffalo, and he's won 4 straight, looking to win his 5th straight. He's got a 935 save percentage over those 5 games. So we got a goalies duel on our hands. I would kind of lead to the under in this one. His goals, I think, come at a premium. But got to go with Buffalo. The price, in what I look and feel as a coin flip game, I'm going to go with Buffalo here. Buffalo 6-1 their last 7. They're also 4-0 on 1 day's rest. And look at this Capitals team. After they score a whole bunch of goals, after they've scored 5+ goals the last 9 times, 2-7 is this Washington Capitals team. So all the values here on Buffalo. Let's take a shot for this young upstart team to snag another win. We're doing the Buffalo Sabres in this one.
All right, we got Rod here on the Buffalo Sabres, a team that I think Chris mentions. They always start fast and they fade. They got to start fast, they faded, but they found some life again. But maybe they found life.
And now they found life again.
Yeah, when they played the Western Conference, right? They beat up the Kings, they beat Colorado, beat Arizona, beat Vegas. Then they faced the Detroit team. I said, well, yeah, they're just beating West Coast teams. When they went at Boston, they won, so they got definitely a big win there on the road.
They did, right? They got a nice win against Boston. And coming back from the break, they won a couple. And they got Ottawa got them on that third one. But that was the third game in what, a few nights?
Back-to-back,
That was
yeah.
on the back-to-back, too. So I don't fault them for that loss there. And now they've had a nice day's rest and coming in to face this Capitals team. I like their chances here in this one. I like Buffalo here.
We got Rod here on the Sabres, plus 140 against the Capitals. This one to have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, so we got a big NHL board tonight with NBA. Of course, a lot of college basketball. We got SEC, ACC, Mountain West, even Action in action tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
And for me, over at Pick Dodge Premium tonight, I've got one NBA, just like Jay has. I got one play in the NBA. That's my $15 drop a dime play. Love that play tonight in the NBA. I also have 3 college basketball plays. You can scoop those up in my college basketball birdcage. Love those 3 plays. Or it's Tackle the Book Tuesday, so you get all 3 college basketball plays plus 2 plays in the NHL that I absolutely love as well. You can scoop that up, Tackle the Book Tuesday, or instead of buying all those packages together, grab a 3-day pass, and you'll get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you'll probably even get Fridays because I love to put stuff in early on Thursday, so you'll usually get 4 days for the price of 3. Grab a 3-day pass, and even use the 2-for-1 capper deal. Pair me up with Jay, anybody else you see on the show, any one of your other favorite cappers. But definitely use that promo code PICK. Save 50% off all your purchases of $25 or more, and let's get some more winners.
Indeed, get some more winners here. Rod Zawacki over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get on board right now. Tackle Books Tuesday, a 5-pack up there with this college basketball birdcage. Also, his 2 NHL slap shots in there on Tuesday's action. 5-pack up there from Rod. Also, NBA Drop a Dime. That is his $15 premium play right now. Of course, these are all credit guaranteed. Must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. Rim Rockers up there from College Hoops. Again, as Rod was mentioning, there's going to be a lot of volume now with college basketball in full conference play. We got NBA, big board tomorrow, NHL. Usually rotates with good action as well. That would be all part of the 3-day All Sports Pass. Get all of Rod's premium plays here for 3 days. And of course, it's great value there. Of course, you can use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. And of course, we'll catch you on the morning shows. And of course, the Puck Dogs with you and Chris with those hockey videos nightly.
Yeah, definitely tune into the Puck Dogs and check out those videos. We got a nice parlay. You can go check out that. It's right there in the archive for you to check out. And then I think I've covered every other NHL game on the board tonight as well. So me and Chris definitely enjoyed doing that. And definitely tune into the morning show. Always fun. Me, Mitch, and Chris. Chris was flying to Vegas, so just me and Mitch today. But hey, we're always there on the morning show. Tune in, check it out. Always have a good time, and definitely hit that like button. Cost you nothing. Helps us out a ton. Hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified when all the other content goes. You've got all the other cappers and all the other segments. So you got Jay and his jam session, Ron and his bank shot. Going, and you got Jovan and his parlay going, so definitely check out that content we got going. Definitely subscribe. We appreciate it, everybody.
Yeah, lots of great content. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when they're live, you're live with them. Get those plays in real time to get the best numbers. All right, Rod, as always, great having the show. Well, have a great night, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Definitely. Have yourself a good night, Tony. Everybody else, have yourself a good night, and hey, take Tage Thompson to get an anytime goal from the Buffalo Sabres. He's been ripping it up. He's scored over 20 goals this season so far. It's another bonus for you. Have yourself a good night, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see everybody else tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. That's right. Catch you around in the morning at 10 a.m. East Side with Mitch and Chris, if Chris is settled in Vegas. All right. That's Rod's back here on the drive-thru. All right, guys. Remember, if you missed any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Someone asked here, where can we watch St. John's? St. John's game is Fox Sports 1. That game has begun. Fox Sports 1, St. John's and Marquette. Thanks for reminding me because I'm going to need to turn that one on because I want to see this game. I want to see if Marquette can cover that 2.5 on the road. And, of course, we're getting a lot of people here. Uncool says he likes Sabres, Caps under. Raven Ron likes the Kings, Sacramento Kings here. So does Ranger Life up there. So we're getting people back in the Sacramento Kings tonight. Someone asked about that Jazz Kings game up there. And, of course, we're seeing someone on Marquette here. In the chat room, so looking at multiple chats today from all the social media outlets that we have run the show. So you guys appreciate all the comments in there. James Thrower in there. Wish he had the SGA news because he would have loved I guess having the 8 with the line moving to 11.5. Now, if in case you missed it, no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander here for the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight. Let me just refresh to see if we have any news on Beal. Beal is the one we got to find out, right? And that game starts at 8 Eastern time, so I don't know if we'll have it here before the show begins. But Beal did participate in the shoot-around, but there's still question marks whether or not he'll play. Still showing questionable amount here. SGA out, as we said here, for OKC. That was a big one tonight. We're still waiting word here with Sacramento. These are two key players, Werder and Monk. Monk has been, again, one of those guys. We talked about Hachimura, like a Norman Powell on the Clippers. They come off the bench, they produce. So Monk is still questionable. So I know you guys like the Kings out there, but I think you're going to need Monk. Also Werder, who's a shooting guard. You got two scorers that are in question. So keep an eye. So all of you guys that like the Kings plus 3.5, keep an eye on those two players because Monk was one of the later additions here. Let me just click to see if there's any news on Monk because Monk can score. And remember, he made that move on Caldwell Pope to make that drive and layup. He has a shoulder injury, still questionable due to right shoulder soreness. This news came from the Sacramento newspaper, so they would know, right? Sacramento newspaper would know, but still uncertain with Monk. Let's see what the word is on Werder. They got a lot of scoring there in Sacramento, but still these are supporting players here for them. Let's see if there's any news here on Werder here as we get to still a game call on Tuesday. He has back soreness. Okay, so that's the issue there on him is dealing with the soreness. So it doesn't seem like it's any injuries or everything just seems to be soreness. You would think possibly they play. But remember, one thing to note here, it's very important. Sacramento is on the front end of a back-to-back. They play tomorrow. So you better make sure that these guys play before you get on them. Because especially with Monk. So all you guys out there with the Kings plus 3.5, make sure Monk's in the lineup. I think Werder, you're okay, but Monk is a really good contributor off the bench. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. It's time here for my picks. So let me get my game information up here. We're going to college hoops tonight. We're going to be looking at this one tonight here between Texas and Kansas State. We're going to take the points here with K-State here. Texas is just not one of those teams that's covering these big spreads. You know, this is not. And Kansas State, 12-1 overall. They had a loss in overtime to West Virginia. Their lone loss came on the road to Butler. Wildcats, a really good offensive team, and they shoot the ball well inside. They force turnovers. You know, this is a team that holds teams at 30% from three, 47% around the bucket. Texas, they eked out that win at Oklahoma. Didn't cover that game. And again, Oklahoma, a really good offensive team, but they're facing a team that's defending here in K-State. You know, Longhorns have failed to cover 6 of 8. You know, in recent step-up games, Longhorns shot 42% at Creighton, 43% in that conference opener against Oklahoma. So we'll take the points here with Kansas State. All right, guys, check out Pick Dodge Premium. I've got 4 premiums up there on the board right now. I've got a 3-pack here from. I've got a best bet here from the NBA. That is my $15 premium. Also a best bet from College Hoops, and I also have a 3-pack with with 2 college hoops and an NBA there. So I've got 5 premium plays up there on the board right now over at Pick Dodge Premium. So get on board. You could use that promo code PICK at checkout to save 15% off. You could also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. St. John's up 6 so far, 24-18 in that pretty big game here with the St. John's and Marquette in this one tonight as we're just going to see if the Johnnies can get it done. Can they get in the win column here in this one tonight? So that's your first game here on the board tonight. St. John's and St. John's here and Marquette as they have tipped off already in college hoops for tonight, and on board here with St. John's, the hosting team. All right. Let's continue here on the drive-through. Let's get to the recap. Let's recap the plays from today's show. All right, with us today was Alex. Alex likes Syracuse lay the 9 against Louisville. Damien was on the Celtics Thunder over 233. Now with this late news, let's see if we have any. We do have the line moved here to 228.5. 228.5 now on that total with no SGA, no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the lineup. He is out for this one. So that one there is a move there. So you can get 228.5 right now with the Celtics Thunder with the news on no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the lineup. Tony Brown, Hurricanes, Rangers under 5.5. Then El Nino's Jets plus 120 against the Flames. We got Jay here on the Bucks, lay the 8 against the Wizards. Rod was on the Sabres plus 140 against the Capitals. I'll be on Kansas State plus the 9.5 against Texas, the one I like the most. Well, I'm going with Alex here with Syracuse laying the 9 against Louisville again against the major conference schools. Have been no closer than 12 points to any one opponent. And they lost by that 12 to NC State. So we'll continue with the fade with Louisville against the major conference schools. All right, that's going to do it for this edition here of the drive-thru. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers here from Pick Dogs and SCP Betting. We'll give out live free picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, it starts every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The morning show. We've got Mitch, we've got Chris Ruffalo, and Rod Zawacki. Lots of content here to start the morning here every day here with the Jays Up NBA show as well. Video series, jam session. We got Ron Romanelli with his college basketball show. Jovan with his parlay video. The Puck Dogs featuring Chris and Rod with NHL picks. Goran, who was on fire here. I think Ron updated Goran's plays for us yesterday on the show. He's been on fire. Check out his soccer picks on the channel, as well as Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. And, of course, his betting tool show. And, of course, on Wednesday, Week 18 NFL picks here for the Big Al from Jay and Mitch. So tune in. And, of course, you want to make sure you subscribe and set those notifications. Be live to get the plays in real time to get the best numbers. That's going to do it here for this edition here of the drive-thru. We'll go ahead. Thanks, everyone, for joining in to this evening. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew for tonight. We're going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great evening, afternoon. We'll talk with you again here tomorrow.